What up, y'all? This is your boy, Mr. Downtown Ray Melo, and you're listening to the Entertainment Report on iHeartRadio for Thursday, June 25th, 2015, delivering some major stories and trends going on in the world of entertainment and beyond. You can follow the show on Facebook or on Twitter, facebook.com/The Entertainment Report with Ray Melo, that's RAYMELO, or on Twitter at The Enter Report. You can listen to the show anytime you want on iHeartRadio. Just go to iHeart.com, search for The Entertainment Report, and it'll take you to the page. Rocker Courtney Love says she was attacked in Paris on Thursday by what she called a, quote, mob of taxi drivers picketing car service Uber. Love, who was in an Uber vehicle at the time, said on Twitter that her car's operator was held hostage for an hour during the scary incident. The whole front woman claimed the vehicle was, quote, ambushed by picketers who slashed the tires and beat the exterior with metal bats. Later, Love tweeted that she had to pay two guys with motorcycles to sneak her away from the scene while the angry group hurled rocks at them. Two cops that witnessed the incident did nothing, she added. Love personally called out French President Francois Hollande in one of her desperate tweets. Francois Hollande, where are the fucking police? It is illegal for you to attack, for your people to attack visitors. Get your ass to the airport. What the F? Traditional taxi drivers in the France capital city are protesting Uber as the car service has been eating away at their business. Kurt Cobain's widow stated, "I'm safer in Baghdad. I'm scared out of my wits." Actress Rose McGowan's criticism of an Adam Sandler movie caused her to be dropped by her agents, the actress revealed this week. She tweeted Tuesday with accompanying hashtags, #douchebags, #awesome, and #bringit. "I just got fired by my wussy acting agent because I spoke up about the bullshit in Hollywood." McGowan was repped by Sheila Wenzel and Steve Mueller at Innovative Artists. They did not immediately respond to the rap's request for comment. The former Charmed actress made headlines last week after tweeting out a casting note from a script that asked actresses auditioning for the role to wear, quote, black or dark form-fitting tanks that show off cleavage, push off bras, and courage. She wrote, later confirming that she was indeed referencing Sandler. Name of male stars rhymes with Madam Panhandle. Haha, I died. McGowan most recently appeared in the Crackled series Chosen and ABC's Once Upon a Time. Her short film, Dawn, premiered at the Sundance Film Festival last year. She will be making her feature film directorial debut with the up-and-coming psychological thriller The Pines. Larry Wilmore is so enamored by Fox News' Bill O'Reilly that he superimposed himself into a shouting match the Fox News primetime star had with guest Kristen Powers Tuesday. Wilmore said during Wednesday's nightly show, "I can't take this anymore. If O'Reilly can't find a brother to have on his show, then I'm going to have to invite myself on," before playing a clip of Powers arguing with O'Reilly over racism in America. Wilmore said before going back in time to appear beside O'Reilly and Powers, "Hold on, I got this, Kristen." Responding to the Fox News personality saying there's no longer an epidemic of racism in America. Wilmore shot back, "Actually, Bill, you're right. It's not an epidemic because this shit happens all the time. It's not a plague. It's the common fucking cold." Wilmore then played a clip of guest Monica Crowley answering her own questions and concluding there's no institutional racism remaining in America. Wilmore said about the segment, "It's bad enough you have three white people debating about racism, and then you have one of them answering her own softball race questions." Wilmore then had some fun cheering on Powers as she went on at O'Reilly and proceeded to poke fun at the sounds coming out of the Fox News star's mouth. Jon Stewart weighed in on the Confederate flag debate raging across the country Wednesday and rallied, "It's a small part of a much larger problem." The Daily host said, "Ideally, this debate is only the start of a longer conversation, addressing the institutional and systematic racism that we have yet to disassemble that continues to this very day." Stewart then played a clip of Fox News contributor Monica Crowley saying that the institutional racism doesn't exist, to which Stewart replied, "Oh, well, I guess the conversation was shorter than I expected." Stewart took up the flag debate during a news segment on The Daily Show entitled, I guess it's pretty fucking weird that we have a flag in honor of a pro-slavery secessionist army." Stewart was also shocked when South Carolina Senator Paul Thurmond, son of the late arch-segregationist Strom Thurmond, spoke on the Senate floor in favor of removing the flag. Stewart joked, "That's like if Kool-Aid Man's son took to the floor of the Senate to give a lecture on the importance of wall preservation." Stewart also took one flag supporter to task for saying that the removal of the flag would be the start of a, quote, slippery slope that would lead to the removal of Southern Civil War monuments and changing buildings and street names. Stewart said, "Usually when you do the slippery slope argument, you like to end it in something bad, so you don't go. The next thing you know, they're going to take it off the buildings, and the next thing you know, black children won't have to go to schools named after men who wouldn't have allowed them to learn how to read." Univision has elected to end its business relationship with the Miss Universe organization due to part owner Donald Trump's recent insulting remarks about Mexican immigrants. The company told the Wrap on Thursday via a statement. The broadcaster, quote, "will not be working on any other projects tied up to the Trump organization," the entertainment group continued. That includes no longer airing the July 12th Miss USA pageant as planned. The company concluded, "At Univision, we see firsthand the work ethic, love for family, strong religious values, and the important role Mexican immigrants and Mexican Americans have had and will continue to have in building the future of our country." Univision did promise that its news division would cover Trump's presidential run fairly. On Wednesday, Latin performer J Balvin canceled his scheduled performance at the beauty event in protest of Trump's remarks. Balvin told Billboard, "It was going to be my first performance on a national mainstream television. We're talking about our roots, our culture, our values. This isn't about being punitive, but about showing leadership through social responsibilities." His comments weren't just about Mexicans, but all Latins in general. Upon hearing Trump's controversial June 16 speech about learning of the billionaire's connection to the beauty contest, Balvin severed ties with the event. "I think music is to have fun, and it's for the people to have a good time with. I'm no savior and I'm no Robin Hood, but in this case, I feel totally comfortable and responsible with my decision." Trump, who co-owns the Miss Universe organization in a joint venture with NBC Universal, has come under heavy fire for what many have deemed to be racist comments during his candidacy declaration speech when he called immigrant criminals and rapists. What do we beat Mexico at the border? They're laughing at us at our stupidity, and now they are beating us economically. They are not our friend, believe me, but they're killing us economically. He also continued, the U.S. has become a dumping ground for everyone else's problems. When Mexico sends its people, they're not sending their best. They're not sending you. They're not sending people that have lots of problems, and they're bringing those problems with us. They're bringing drugs, they're bringing crime, they're rapists, and some, I assume, are good people. It comes from more than Mexico. It comes from all over South and Latin America, and it's coming probably from the Middle East," he continued. The Wrap reached out to both the Trump camp and NBC Universal for comment on Univision's decision, though neither request was immediately returned. Trump began tweeting about the news, however, which can be found beneath the Univision statement. Amazon has renewed its hit transgender show Transparent for season 3, as well as its Inked series created by Jill Soloway to a new deal. Soloway has signed an overall deal with Amazon Studios where she will develop other TV projects for Amazon Prime, while continuing in the role of showrunners on Transparent. Andrea Sperling, who previously was co-executive producer of the series, has been promoted to executive producer. The show has been a runaway hit for Amazon, winning the 2015 Golden Globe for Best Musical or Comedy Series, along with a Best Actor in a TV Comedy Award for star Jeffrey Tambor. Tambor will return for a third season, along with Mara Pfefferman, Judith Light, Gabby Hoffman, Amy Landecker, and Jay Duplass. Roy Price, Vice President of Amazon Studios, said, "Jill is truly a creative force, and I'm thrilled that we will be collaborating with her additional projects in the future and on the third season of Transparent. The second season is currently starting production, and I know our customers will be delighted to continue the journey with Mara and the Pfefferman family." Soloway says, I am so thrilled that I get to share more of the Prefferman story with the world. We are so in love with watching them change and glow. I'm blown away by the creative freedom Amazon gives me, and I can't wait to reveal where this journey is going to take us. Dustin Diamond was sentenced to 4 months in jail Thursday for stabbing a man during a bar fight last December. Wisconsin Judge Paul Melo also sentenced the Saved by the Bell star to 15 months of probation. The actor who played Nerd Screech on the hit 90s sitcom was convicted with 2 misdemeanor counts earlier this month dating back to a Christmas Day bar brawl. The Associated Press reported Diamond was teary-eyed while leaving court. After a 3-day trial in May, Diamond was cleared of felony charges but found guilty of carrying a concealed weapon and disorderly conduct. Diamond told the jury that he took out a knife in self-defense after his girlfriend was punched and a throng of people were attacking him at the bar. As a result, he claimed to have accidentally stabbed a man. Witnesses testified that Diamond's girlfriend, Amanda Schultz, pushed one woman at the bar and grabbed another woman's hand, initiating the bar fight. Schultz was also convicted of disorderly conduct last month and faces a maximum of 90 days in prison. Judy Greer and Cheryl Hines have joined the cast of Wilson, starring Woody Harrelson and Laura Dern. Fox Searchlight Pictures announced on Thursday. The film, an adaptation of Daniel Clowes' graphic novel, directed by Craig Johnson, The Skeleton Twins, follows a lonely, neurotic, and hilariously honest middle-aged misanthrope named Wilson, played by Harrelson, who reunites with his estranged wife, played by Dern, and gets a shot at happiness when he learns that he has a teenage daughter, played by Isabel Amara, he has never met. Principal photography on the film, written by Cloves, began in Minnesota this week. Mary Jane Kaliski and Jared Ian Goldman are producing, while Fox Searchlight Pictures Senior Vice President of Productions David Greenbaum is overseeing the project with direction of production by Richard Gold. Johnson says, I've been a fan of Dan Clowes' cartoons and writing for years. I own all of his comic books and graphic novels, including Wilson. So when I got the script, I couldn't quite believe it. It is a privilege to be working on a project of this pedigree, a project written by Dan Clowes, starring Woody Harrelson and Laura Dern, and brought to life by Fox Searchlight. I'm honored to be part of it. Roger Ailes has signed a new multi-year contract to remain as chairman and CEO of Fox News and Fox Business. 21st Century Fox announced Thursday. Ailes, who's heading into his second decade with Fox News channel, will jointly report to Rupert James and Lachlan Murdoch, the latter ascending to CEO and executive co-chairman. James and Lachlan Murdoch said, Roger is an incredibly talented executive, and we're pleased he has accepted our offer to continue his extraordinary record of success at 21st Century Fox. We're looking forward to witnessing his energy and his entrepreneurial We look forward for witnessing his energy and entrepreneurial drive in leading the next wave of growth for Fox News, Fox Business News, and Fox television stations, as well as many years of continued success together. Since the announcement that the Murdoch children will be taking the helm of 21st Century Fox, many media analysts cast doubt on the prospect of Alias, who has previous run-ins with them, would succumb to have an answer to Rupert's children, both considerably less conservative than he. As the Wrap reported, Fox insiders echoed the same sentiment, suggesting, quote, if the Murdoch kids try to flex their muscle, Roger will tell Rupert, it's me or them. Apparently, Alias and the entire Murdoch bloodline came to an agreement that satisfies the former GOP campaign strategist and longtime television executive. Seth Meyers and Amy Poehler reunited on Late Night Wednesday to play a fan-favorite game from their old SNL days, Really. The former Weekend Update gang dropped a new topical version of Really on NBC's Late Night last night, much to the delight of the Studio 8G crowd. Fitting, Meyers' new studio is mere steps away from Saturday Night Live's Studio 8H. The topic that kicked off the desk skit was whether or not women's sports are worth watching. Sports Illustrated contributor Andy Benoit said no way via Twitter, to which Amy and Seth were strongly objective. Poehler said, I guess I'm not surprised that you work for Sports Illustrated. You guys put on a swimsuit issue every year dedicated entirely to women who aren't in sports, unless you think it's a sports to cover both boobs with one arm. Really? Myers offered, if you want to attack someone for playing soccer, how about children? Now that is boring. The wet hot American summer first day of camp star summed up by saying, no more tweeting, Benoit, you're too dumb. Arnold Schwarzenegger and Jimmy Fallon gave us a throwback to Johnny Carson's Karnak the Magnificent segments on Wednesday's Tonight Show. In a segment called The Brainstorm, the Terminator Genesis star's brain was attached to the late-night host via specially made dual headbands. Schwarzenegger provided the answers while Fallon had then telepathically guessed the question.
We present to you two brains working at this one. The first brain providing the answer. The second brain revealing the question. It's time for a brainstorm. It's complicated.
How does Rachel Dolezal describe her ethnicity on Facebook?
Streaming 24/7.
Describe Larry King before he takes Flomax.
I'll be back.
What does Chris Christie say after leaving a buffet table?
Carly Fiorina.
How does Arnold Schwarzenegger say California?
The Battle of the Bulge.
What was the original title of Magic Mike 2?
Samsung.
What happened at the Sam Smith concert?
Atop of Old Smoky.
Where did Willie Nelson's wife spend her honeymoon?
Die Hard.
What happens if you overdose on Viagra? There you go.
And finally, here are the top 10 songs on the Billboard's Hot 100 singles charts for the week of July 2nd. Number 10, The Weeknd with Earn It from the 50 Shades of Grey. Number 9, Andy Grammer with Honey, I'm Good. Number 8, David Guetta featuring Nicki Minaj, Bebe Rexha, and Afrojack with Hey Mama. Number 7, Jason Derulo with Want to Want Me. Number 6, Mark Ronson featuring Bruno Mars with Uptown Funk. Number 5, Walk the Moon with Shut Up and Dance. Number 4, OMI with Cheerleader. Number 3, Fetty Wap with Trap Queen. Number 2, Taylor Swift featuring Kendrick Lamar with Bad Blood. And still the number 1 song on the Billboard Hot 100 singles charts is Wiz Khalifa featuring Charlie Puth, See you again from the Fast and Furious 7 soundtrack. And that's your entertainment report for Thursday, June 25th, 2015. I'm your host, Mr. Downtown Ray Melo. I'll be back to wrap the week up tomorrow, delivering some major stories and trends going on in the world of entertainment and beyond. You can follow the show on Facebook or on Twitter. Facebook.com/The Entertainment Report with Ray Melo. That's RAYMELO. Or on Twitter at The Enter Report. You can listen to the show anytime you want on iHeartRadio. Just go to iHeart.com, search for The Entertainment Report, and it'll take you to the page. Good night, and God bless you all.